hoped that Kwame's third marriage would be different. They chose Ada, a strong and brave woman, to marry Kwame. The next morning, the sad pattern continued in Ntali. Ada, like the others before her, was found dead. Now, the village was more than shocked. Everyone was very scared. They began to think a curse might be affecting them. People started to talk more openly, wondering if Kwame or the whole village was haunted by an old spirit or an angry god. After 3 sad deaths connected to Kwame, the village elders met under a big old tree, looking worried. They talked a lot, and many of them didn't want to risk another woman's life by marrying her to Kwame. They were scared and wanted to protect their families. Because of this, no family was willing to take the risk. It just seemed too dangerous. During this fearful time, a new woman named Sophia, who had recently moved to Ntali, decided to help. She didn't know much about the village's fears and had no family there. Sophia bravely offered to marry Kwame. She felt sorry for him and hoped that maybe she could change things for the better. When Sophia chose to marry Kwame, the villagers reacted in different ways. Some admired her bravery and felt hopeful. Others thought it was a bad idea and were afraid she would suffer the same fate as the others. As the wedding plans started, people in the village began to feel a mix of fear and hope. They wondered if Sophia, who didn't share their fears or beliefs, might solve the mystery. Everyone was nervous about what might happen to her. They all waited, worried about the unknown danger that seemed to follow Kwame. Sadly, Sophia too was found dead the morning after her wedding to Kwame. This filled the village of Ntali with deep fear and sadness. What was once just worry had turned into real terror. The villagers, who used to look forward to each new day, now felt scared and sad every morning. They spoke in low voices, realizing that something mysterious and frightening was happening, causing these deaths one after another. During this tough time, an old woman from the nearby village of Makuta arrived in Ntali. She was known as a wise person who had experienced a lot, including mysterious things. The villagers came to her, hoping she could explain what was happening to Kwame. The old woman listened carefully to the villagers' stories and then shared a similar tale from her own village, Makuta. She told them about a woman named Ama, whose 3 husbands had all died mysteriously the morning after their wedding, just like Kwame's brides. The similarities were too strong to ignore, suggesting it wasn't just by chance. The villagers of Ntali listened as the old woman told her story. They looked scared and curious. She explained that in her village, a woman named Ama was thought to be cursed after similar tragic events. Ama ended up living alone as people avoided her, and the mystery of the deaths was never solved.